Ever since this season dropped, one question remains in my mind. Is the Dark Presence connected to Pandora's box? Yes, it is. You're probably wondering, Shadower, how the hell would the Dark Presence be even connected to the Pandora's box? Well, after looking at every bit and piece of lore, I think I figured out the connection. So without wasting any more time, let's dive in. The first piece of evidence is the Titan, or at least the similarities he has with the Dark Presence. Both of them are giants that are or were in possession of a powerful artifact. The Titan was in possession of Pandora's box until girl Valeria opened the box, releasing all the evils from within. Meanwhile, the Dark Presence is in possession of the 0-point shard and is probably causing havoc and chaos on the Chapter 6 island as we speak. Also, if you look at them side by side, you can see that they both have a blue glow on their chest. Now, this probably means nothing, however, I just gotta point that out. Another piece of evidence is the IO bunker in OG. It's red and it's flashing Morse code, and when translated, it says Titans. Not Titan, Titans. Which is interesting because this means that there's possibly more than one Titan in play. Now you could say that the lady statue that was under Lone Wolf Lair is involved, considering that the lady statue isn't there anymore, but that's gonna be a separate video. Now I know this next piece of evidence may be a stretch, well, too much of a stretch, but the concept art of Pandora's box. If you look at it, it has a blue orb which is similar to that of the 0-point. And to an extent the Dark Presence color schemes. Now you're probably gonna say, Shadower, they would not plan this far. Well sure, however this next piece of evidence might suggest that they did. Back in Chapter 5 Season 3 aka Wrecked, there were 6 constellations that were involved in the story quests. Well, that were leaked to get involved in the story quests. However, only 4 of them did end up being involved. However, the 2 that weren't involved are very interesting, and that's the Swirl constellation and this Crown Lucky constellation. Now both these constellations might have something to do with the Dark Presence, the Swirl obviously being the swirl on his tentacles and the crown being his head. Also the fact that these constellations were scrapped for the story quests makes me think that they're saving it for a bigger reveal. Another piece of evidence to add is what Hope said to Valeria all the way back in Remix. You see, in Remix, Hope left audio logs for Valeria, and one of them was Hope telling Valeria how she's connected to the box, and how Pandora's box is a part of something much bigger. Another piece of evidence is the 0-point shard, which Homer Simpson has. In this season, when you confront Homer Simpson about the 0-point shard in the story quests, he claims that the shard likes him, and this is exactly how Pandora box acts. It manipulates the person it wants to until it gets what it wants, and albeit I don't know if a tiny piece of Zero Shard will be that malicious enough, but we'll have to wait and see. The final piece of evidence is the Chapter 7 map codename. According to leaks, it is codenamed Hera, which is both Zeus's wife and sister. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know what the hell goes on in Greek mythology, so please don't ask me why the hell are both Zeus and Hera husband and wife and also siblings. The same thing happened with both Aphrodite and Ares, alright? Just don't ask me this, okay? Anyways, before I wrap my video up, I would like to theorize on the Dark Presence being connected to Pandora's box, because I feel like I gotta clear up a misconception. In this video, which I suggest you check out, I explained that the Dark Presence wasn't around during the Shattering War, and if he was, then the Nitros would have mentioned fighting in the Shattering War or having some sort of involvement in it, which is why I theorized that the Dark Presence is actually from Pandora's box. I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. I theorized that when Valeria opened the box, it set the Dark Presence free, and just like Hope told Valeria, but Pandora's box is a part of something bigger. This dialogue further hints at the Dark Presence being from the box. Also is the design of the Dark Presence. Nowhere does he look like he's from Greek mythology. That'll wrap up the video now. I probably did a good job convincing you about whatever connection that the Dark Presence may have with Pandora's box, and if I did, then please do let me know down in the comments below. Also, if you did enjoy this video, consider liking and subscribing, and if you don't want to, then that's fine. Anyways, without further ado, peace out.